Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, July the 21st, and we're here for some more anime and anime gaming news. We're going to talk about the return of Boruto, the redesign from Sarada, the return of Nier Automata, the anime, and some new anime stuff, but also it's been a big week for anime news. We've got a new One Punch Man game, we've got DLC announcements for One Piece Pirate Warriors. There's a bunch of reports coming out from My Hero Ultra Rumble that are very exciting. Unfortunately, Gundam got shut down, and a bunch of fighting game news as well. All of that and a lot more in today's Around the Bush. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Welcome to your end of week recap. Let's talk about all the news that you've been looking forward to and all the news you didn't know about. Of course, I'm not here alone today. To commentate these news with me is, as always, Rene, the 2 thumbs up guy. How's it going?
I'm a bit tired today, man. I'm a bit tired. I've been, I was cooking until 3 a.m. yesterday. I woke up to do some, some drilling. It didn't go well. I have developed a new fear.
Okay.
And you know what it is?
No.
You know what? When you fuck up the screws and they don't work anymore, that's my fear now. That's the new fear I've developed. It fucking sucks. But yeah, I'm very low energy. I'm looking to spike things up and get a bit of energy going. And I think Boruto, the return of Boruto is good news.
Well, if really like you want to spike up your energy, I suggest drugs. But Boruto would be the next. Let's go. Drugs.
I do. Wait. Wait. I do have the bottle of gamers. This is just water, but a bottle is kind of neat. So
yeah, that's the gamer, the VTuber, I think.
Very cool. A lot of water. I like that.
A lot of water. Yeah, but Boruto went on sort of a hiatus. We talked about it. And it was scheduled to come back later this year. I don't think it was scheduled to come back August 21st, so coming back sooner than previously announced, which is good to see. And they showed off this design, this new Sarada design. So the time skip is happening. We've already seen Kawaki's and Boruto's time skip. I mean, first episode of Boruto, it literally starts with that. But we see Sarada's for the very first time, and god damn, she looks good.
She looks really, really fucking cool. I think, not that she wasn't an interesting, but to be fair, I feel like every design was sort of an interesting for both Boruto, Sarada. Kawaki was alright, I guess. It's just this is such a new look for Naruto, and she looks really confident and strong, and I really like that. And I think it's about time that we get. I feel like Sarada should be the one to surpass Boruto and be the strongest ninja, just so we don't have the protagonist being the strongest.
That's not gonna happen. Come on.
It's not gonna happen, but I wish, like she looks dope. I wish she was just super strong and she gets to be like the ninja that Sasuke was never able to do because, Naruto and shonen protagonist. But she looks really dope. As you said, we had already seen the designs for both Kawaki and Boruto. They look cool in terms of like manga traces, but like she looks super cool. I don't know. She probably got an upgrade in terms of powers as well.
She just awakened something. I mean, we know that, right?
Yeah. And
last chapter of Boruto before stopping, she just awakened something.
Yeah, and that's exciting too. Like, what has she learned? How has she trained? And I think this is the first time I've been excited for Boruto in a while. You know, and also. We were speculating on what is happening with Boruto. Is Boruto fine? What's going on? It was just a small break, man. It's like the funniest shit is like 1 month break and that's it. They're back. And,
it was looking like it was gonna be like an October thing, right? It's like a multiple month hiatus, but turns out not that big of a break. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just it's just a small break.
Sometimes that's all you need. Just a little breather, Just stop the weekly grind. Like figure out where you're going with this, and that's sometimes healthy to do. A couple of very good points from chat. She reminds me of Bayonetta, 100%.
Oh, yes, yeah, totally, that's true. I like that.
Another good point. She doesn't have karma, so she'll never be the most powerful being in Naruto. True.
Weren't the eyes the thing?
Oh,
that made
yeah,
Naruto?
yeah, but then karma happened. And
Yeah,
karma happened, and it's like you playing rock, paper, scissors with a gun. It's what karma is. It just beats every option.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I haven't put much thought into it. What do you think the 2 blue vortex is? I have no idea.
2 blue vortex. Yeah. Good question. Good question. No idea. Blue vortex makes me think Rasengan, right? I don't think I ever read the subtitle until you just pointed it out. So I really did not put any thought into this at all. 2 blue vortex. Yeah, one of them would be Boruto, I guess. 1 vortex. Did Kawaki learn Rasengan too? While he was learning ninjutsu? Is that the 2 blue vortexes?
You know what's interesting is that the focus here is on Sarada, and maybe that's just because she has the most different of the designs, you know. But at the same time, like she's very significant in this announcement, and they name it 2 Blue Vortex. And if you think about it, people are not putting much thought into this. I think even in the comments, I don't see many people mentioning this. But this is probably gonna be the Naruto Shippuden. What do you call the Shippuden? The 2 Blue Vortex is gonna be the thing that comes out when you talk about the Boruto. You know, that's what I'm thinking.
No, that's the name of the chapter. It's gotta be.
Is it? Yeah,
no, they're not gonna rename Boruto to Boruto the 2 Blue Vortex. Like, I don't think that's, first of all, awful name. If that's the case.
Yes.
Second of all, like, they're already struggling with the branding because they have to call all of their products Naruto X Boruto. Like, the Shippuden kind of fell eventually because they can't fit Naruto Shippuden and Boruto, you know, and adding another subtitle to Boruto sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess it's not a. We'll see what it turns out to be. But I agree with you. It's not a great name. If it's just a chapter, sure, that's fine. If it's the name of the new the new time skip, I don't. Yeah, I agree. It's not very good.
Did the Minato one shot come out already? By the way, I was looking for a date on this, but I've seen some panels here and there. I know it was coming out on the next Shonen Jump, but the next Shonen Jump might have happened already. And I know it was supposed to release on the app at the same time. It came out.
Yeah, I've seen a few screens.
I'll just pull up the app actually. Manga Plus.
For what I've looked, it said that it came out on July 17th.
17th, so this week.
So it's been it's been out for a little bit.
Yep, I have it on my app.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a few screens.
It's free.
I wanna read that. It looks cool. I think I'd also, you know, I don't want to be mean towards Boruto, but it's just the way I feel. It feels like Boruto, to me, it's still at that point where I just consider it filler. I ignore Boruto for what it is, and it's sad for me because, again, Naruto is most likely my favorite anime. And by the end, it was not as interesting as at the beginning, and then Boruto just got even worse with the karma and the moon people. I don't like it. Obviously, this is very personal, but to me, the Minato story seems like, oh, this is canon again. You know, it feels to me like it's the real Naruto again. So it's very exciting, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing it, to reading it, and maybe seeing it in anime form or even a special, a movie, whatever. Just, you know, excited for that.
Yeah, they usually do end up making those. Like whenever, let's say the Boruto anime comes back, they start like following the manga again, and then they need to take a break for the manga to catch up. Sometimes they do filler, sometimes they do these spin-off things. Like, okay, so for the next couple of weeks, we're gonna cover this arc, whatever, because we need Boruto to catch up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe eventually this will get animated because most things Naruto do get animated eventually.
Yeah, that's exciting.
More Kushina battle scenes. All right, I can't wait to read it. So I'll probably do it today, and no more spoilers. Let's stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. We should move on to other anime news, like Sword Art Online, which is, you know, not our favorite series of all time, but Gun Gale Online was one of the people's favorite series, one of the favorite seasons, and turns out they're getting another season. Season 2 announced for Gun Gale Online. We're going to go back into the gun game, and yeah, that's where Sword Art Online is heading up next, which is, I think, good. Alicization wasn't bad. Part 2 of Alicization, I fell asleep more times than I can count, and I gave up on watching it, but Part 1 was fun. Going back to Gun Gale, we'll see.
The second best version of SAO.
Okay, what's the best one?
Progressive, where they just redo the entire first arc, but from Asuna's perspective.
Yeah, man.
So
that's a good
not
one.
the first arc?
I mean, yes and no. Like, instead of skipping through floors, they just show the entire thing through Asuna's perspective, and it's like great because you know it's interesting because Kirito sucks.
Ooh. Oof.
SAO is better without Kirito, and Gun Gale and Progressive show it entirely.
I cannot argue with that. Well, that's Sword Art Online. That's the news. Next, let's talk about Nier. I'm not gonna play this. I'm just gonna show my face, and then I'm gonna pause because every single episode of Around the Bush, ever since we started covering anime news, we've gotten copyrights stuff. So I'm just gonna freeze on a frame that looks good to me, and we're gonna talk about the Nier return. So Nier has been an anime that I started watching. I was so excited for it. It was like the best time of my life as an anime fan. It was at the same time we had 3 anime coming out. It was My Hero, it was Nier, and it was and Chainsaw Man and Bleach. I had these 4 anime that I was like, every weekday or almost every weekday, I'm like watching something, and it's fucking great. There was also Blue Lock, I think, at the time. So all of these simultaneously. It was so cool. And then these guys stopped, and then they picked it back up again, and then they stopped again, and now it's coming back again. So final episodes finally coming out. When is this happening, Ashura?
Should be very soon. I think it's at the end of this month, so around 27th, 28th, I think.
27th, 28th, I can finally... 26th. I can finally finish this. I can finally pick this back up and finish it. I will probably start watching from scratch again, because I was not expecting the break. Once they took a break, I was like, man, what a bummer. And then they came back and I lost interest. So I really like this anime from the first 3 episodes that I watched, and I'm looking forward to rewatching the whole thing now without any breaks. But if you were like me and you were like, man, can't wait for this thing to be over so I can watch it all, yeah, it's finally happening. At the end of the month, they're going to return with chapters 9 through 12.
I'm just excited that Nier anime is good and people are excited about it because I love Nier. Nier Automata it's a very special game. I don't know if it's one of my favorite games of all time, but it's definitely one of the most special. And having an anime that is that translates the quality of the game, I think is very special. I am, it's one of the definitely on my list to watch, and because I'm ramping up, with the concert and with the anime coming back. I need to get back into Nier because I'm definitely buying tickets to the concert. So okay. I want to feel. When I go to the concert, I want to be in the vibe for Nier. I want to, I don't know if there's soundtrack from the game in this or if it's any similar.
Oh, there is. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's already. And it's something that people fail to realize in so many of the shows that they want to make from video games is that there's the soundtracks tied to the video games. It's not just the quality of them, because when a soundtrack pops, obviously there's quality to it, but it's also like for people that have watched the original thing to not have the original soundtrack in the translated anime or movie or whatever. It's just super weird, and it creates a disconnect between you and the series or the anime in this case. That for me is great news. It's just a small detail that shows they know what they're doing. They know that this works, and this needs to be done to be translated properly.
Yeah.
And for me, soundtrack in this game and in this anime, it's just one of the best things. So, having that in the anime makes me even more excited.
Yeah. And it shows up like at really good times. You do get that spike of nostalgia if you play the games, and some of the songs show up not when you expect them, but they still fit somehow. So,
awesome.
Yeah, I do like the treatment they've been giving it. Of course, I'm just talking about the first 3 episodes. I haven't watched anything since. But with that said, we are done talking about anime. Let's move on to some anime games, baby. Let's start with One Piece. Pirate Warriors 4. So not the most recent One Piece game. The game released before Odyssey. This thing's getting DLC. New DLC characters will be joining the battle. We'll get more details tomorrow. And I believe a trailer is also on the way. But yeah, they're coming back to One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. What is going on here?
Hey, what a weird piece of news. Here's the thing. What is this game? What do you do when you have a new DLC, right? Well, do you have new missions to do, or is it just literally play the same thing with a new character?
Yeah.
It is super weird to me that, like, by all means, if this pleases people and makes people come back to the game, I'm not even against it. I'm just saying it is a weird thing in the year that we are. Getting an offline game, getting DLC, it's just a weird thing to me. I hope it does well, but it is a weird thing for sure.
I think it's fun to build characters in Pirate Warriors. You don't get customization, but you kind of have to like go through a few missions to get materials and unlock the full talent tree. And as you do it, you get new moves, and you can kind of like, okay, I want to run this special with this special with this special, because you can only take like 4 skills into battle, and you can kind of choose what they are. So I think that process is fun. Like discovering the character and like unlocking the moveset as you play them is definitely fun. But like you said, we're gonna be playing them in the same missions that we've been playing. There's no new content there. So yeah, this is a weird addition. Like I definitely don't want to go grind missions that I've already like grinded to death at this point. No matter who the characters are. No.
And it's also because it's sort of out of nowhere. Right?
True.
It's not like a steady release of new DLC. It's just it came out of nowhere. I don't see the reasoning behind this in particular. It's super weird. You know what? The only thing that makes me think about this is maybe they are creating assets for a new Pirate Warriors, and they're building on characters that they want to be in Pirate Warriors 5 maybe. And they said, and Bandai said, well, you know what, why not release the DLC,
Right.
just to I don't know, it's just me speculating. It's just
Chat's got a very good point. Gear 5 is happening soon. Gear 5 is happening soon in the anime, so yeah, that might be it. That might be like them looking at their catalog and being like, where can we release Gear 5? Where can we release Gear 5 Luffy? Because that's like Ultra Instinct, right? It's like, that just happened. What DLC? Where can we release this DLC character?
I see.
Because I was thinking, like, what characters are there? Because they're still in the Wano arc at this point, and this game already has Wano arc characters. The Wano arc was still, like, being written at the time, but they kind of made up something within the Wano setting. They said, okay, we're going to tell an original story within the Wano setting. That's what they did for Pirate Warriors 4. So already a lot of the characters are there, but I guess there are a few, and Chat has most of them, I think. King and Queen for sure, Yamato, but Gear 5 Luffy is probably the biggest reason. Yes.
Yeah, that would make sense. It's still weird that they're releasing DLC for a game that has been dead, quote unquote, for quite a while. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially if it is a new version of the main character that is stronger than before. I think that makes more sense to me for sure. But either way, it's I hope people like it. It's just very weird.
Yep. So yeah, we'll check it out. We'll see which characters are there. Details are coming out tomorrow. And maybe there will be a reaction, maybe there won't. It kind of depends on how hyped this is, but I think either way, it's new characters for a game that is not getting new content. So it's kind of in a weird position here.
I think the only way we would be able to cover this is maybe, you know, when it actually releases. If there is a Gear 5, if there is a new version of
I don't think anything else is interesting, by the way. Yamato, King, Queen, I don't think any of that is interesting for DLC here. Gear 5 would be like the first time we see Gear 5 playable in any One Piece game. So that is a little bit different. That is a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, and then maybe that could potentially translate into something that we can cover. Yeah, it is the first time we get this character, the main character Luffy, as you know, this new version. I think that could translate it to a video much easier than you know, just random DLCs for a game that no one was expecting, to be honest.
A version that we'll probably like see a lot in the future too. Like, think of this as like a Super Saiyan moment almost, of like, okay, this is the first time you get to play as a Super Saiyan.
Okay.
But then it just like becomes common, you know, like, to the point that, oh, okay, now that's just a thing he has. I think that's the level that we're talking here, because Gear 5 is very different from the other ones so far. It feels like every other transformation so far has been Kaioken compared to Gear 5.
Okay. Let me take a look at Gear 5 Luffy.
Oh yeah. Oh, if you haven't seen the design and you're willing to get spoiled.
Oh shit! Oh, I've seen. Oh yeah! Oh, we're gonna make a video on this. Wait a minute. This is a good thumbnail. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Sense. Okay, I can see it. Now. This is Ultra Instinct for sure.
True. Still Ultra Instinct moment. But yeah, that caught us off guard. Also caught us off guard, this piece of news. New One Punch Man game coming out by Perfect World. This is a mobile and PC game, which always means mobile first, right? It's going to be a gacha, and it gives me a lot of My Hero Academia's Strongest Hero vibes. So if you remember that game, that was an action game where you went into missions, you beat up a bunch of thugs, but you could pull for different My Hero characters, and each character had their own gameplay systems, their own gameplay mechanics. They had, like, unique meters, they had unique movesets. It was a really cool game, hindered by a terrible gacha system, a terrible stamina system, and a horrible curve of experience and resources that just kept you from playing the cool game. I'm getting gameplay vibes. There are Strongest Hero vibes from this. Of course, like gacha stuff, as far as that goes, like we can't tell until it releases. So will it have those same problems or not? We don't know. This is not even the same developer, by the way. This is the guys that made Tower Fantasy. So yeah, they do know their way around mobile across PC games for sure. And this releasing for PC is already like a massive difference between this and Strongest Hero, honestly. Because you don't have to deal with a jank from emulators, which is something potentially fun. But yes, these games always come with that caveat, you know, like, okay, it's also a gacha, so how much of the gacha gets in the way of the cool action game? Is this something that gacha fans want, or is this something that action game fans want? Who are we gonna cater this to? It always comes with like a bunch of nasty stuff attached to it. It's always a big question mark, but the question mark that I always give a shot. No, I've been burnt every single time I played one of these games. Every single time. But I keep giving them a shot. I mean, there will be a day.
You know, it's just... I think it's because if you look at the game, sure, like, it doesn't look like the most amazing game ever, but the amount of things that they show you, and if you compare it to Strongest Hero 2, Strongest Hero had so many different things you could do in the game, like so many unique gameplay moments, and then it's a gacha, and that's the part that kind of sucks. But because again, it's not because, sure, there are people that like gacha. That's fine. But when those systems get in the way of the moment-to-moment gameplay being fun and enjoyable, like other games do, that's when it's a problem to me. And this is such a, like, this game looks, I would say, in terms of animations and how the game looks like it's going to feel, this to me screams, this is better than the other One Punch Man game. What is that?
What, a hero nobody knows?
Honestly, this gives me better vibes than that game. But I know for a fact that those vibes are gonna get destroyed by a gacha. But again, we'll give it a shot. I think it looks pretty cool, you know? It's just, it always gives me that feel. I would love to know if it's just, it probably makes sense for them to, you know, make this a gacha. They're probably gonna make some money out of it for sure. But it just begs the question, would this work as a full priced game? I think it would. People like anime games. Fans of anime and fans of anime games will always buy this no matter what. I think this is definitely displays good quality to it. If there was a good balance in terms of gameplay and not having the gacha systems, I would just love to see how successful this game would be versus the gacha money that they do with it. Because it just seems like it's just the path that they're taking every time, and it sucks for anime fans. It sucks for people that want to play those anime IPs as video games, us included. Because I see this and I see a potential for a very good game that will probably not be very good because it has gacha systems, and it's. I'm not saying that the two cannot work together, but usually when it's done like this, they don't work together pretty well, and that's what sucks. It's the feeling that, damn, we could have had a one punch game that's actually very good, but we were not gonna get it. It was the same with Strongest Hero, and that's, you know, Bleach probably is gonna be the same. Like we could get a good Bleach game. It's not going to be good because there's gacha to it. It's the feeling.
Yeah, I've been playing One Piece Fighting Path, which is from the same developer that's making the Bleach game. Played it for a bit of research to kind of know what to expect. And yeah, it is another one of those of like really cool concept. There's a very good game underneath here with some cool game modes to explore as well. But I finish a story arc and the game's like, okay, now you're level 22, you gotta be level 24 to continue the story. And the only way you have to level up is to engage in the gacha stuff. So when I say gacha, keep in mind, I'm not talking about the character pools. I don't care. I don't care. They can give you random characters all they want. I don't think that's a big deal. I think players give that too much importance, to be honest. What I'm talking about when I say gacha stuff is a stamina system, and it's grinding missions to get resources, or just like auto-completing missions to get resources to level up your characters. It's those systems, and they're the same in every single game. So you finish the story arc, you want to move on to the next, and the game's like, okay, you need to level up to level 24. So you got to go do those side missions. Those side missions cost stamina. You do them so many times that you run out of stamina, and now you have to come back to the game tomorrow to keep leveling up to do the next story mission. This is the stuff that stops me from playing the game. It's, first of all, because it's grindy. Like, I have to grind to keep playing the story, and it's not because I'm under-leveled or anything. Because you reach the next story and it's easy. It's like, okay, it's difficulty made for babies. So like, why did I have to level up? Like, I was clearly level appropriate. It's just like an artificial barrier they put in there to make you engage with those gacha missions. And I really think at some point these games are gonna have to adapt. We are seeing too many of them using the same tricks, the same gimmicks, to the point that these games are all feeling very samey to each other. And I think people's patience is going to reach a point where like they're just going to move on to whatever else makes them happy. Because too many times have we been waiting for a stamina bar to refill. And like that stamina system has to disappear at some point.
Yeah, that's my hope too. I just unfortunately I don't see it because I see so many anime fans just defending the gacha and defending the systems and saying that they need to support the game if we want like a proper game of that IP to be made. And it's just it feels like it is not going to happen because it feels like people keep just supporting this stuff. And some people might enjoy it for sure. I'm pretty sure not a lot of people do, and it's different because we've done some grinds in video games in the past, but like having to grind or having to wait because you don't have enough resources to play the game, it's just a weird fucking thing, man. Yeah. I've grown playing Japanese RPGs. Those were my favorite games growing up. And I've grinded for so many hours, but it's not waiting for something to happen. It's me.
I'm a fan
actually
of your
playing the
Strikers
game.
and Storm content.
Oh, thanks, Greatmonger.
Thank you.
I don't have a lot of Storm content, but I'm glad. Oh, I guess I do now. I guess I have
We're-
been making Storm Connections videos.
We're ramping up. We're
Yeah,
ramping up.
we're definitely wrapping it up. Yeah, thanks. I see Naruto
getting
fan. I see. That's good to see. Nice, man. Thank you.
Thank you. But yeah, it's a different type of grind. When you grind in those games, usually you are playing the game. You are trying to come up with different situations where you'll level up faster, easier ways, whatever. And this is just waiting for resources.
I mean,
and then
most of our time in fighting games is grinding ranked, right? To be fair, but like there's something there where like you feel like you're improving on every match. You feel like you're becoming a better player. Like here there's none of that. You know, it's like
the grind is different for sure.
It's like, okay, I'm leveling up a character. I'm making this character stronger while I'm grinding to reach my higher level. Sure. But then you pull another character and you have to start from scratch. So, like, what was all of that for? You know, it's weird.
And when the fighting games is a very good example of a grind that there's small steps to that grind that makes sense. You know, you fight that character in specific, you learn that character does that, and you try to adapt. Next time you're gonna find it, it's gonna be different because you already prepared for that, and that's the grind. That's each grind has something specific, and gacha grind is just waiting for, like Smoke said, 500 different resources. It's just, it's too much, man. It's too much, but people seem to like it, and that's the weirdest part. So hopefully, hopefully that's my hope too. People will get tired of this, and we'll be able to move on to better games. Because you know what, mobile games are close. This looks pretty cool for a mobile game, even for PC. I wouldn't mind, as long as the controls feel good. I don't mind the game looking like this. It looks good enough for me to enjoy it, provided it's fun to play, and the moment-to-moment gameplay is engaging.
Yeah. The website has movesets for everyone too. This guy is called Opai. Okay. Well. If you want to see the movesets, you can definitely visit the website and start seeing like how each character plays. And you'll notice that like everyone or almost everyone has a unique resource bar right next to them, which is really cool. I mean, they're making unique movesets for each character. They're making sure everyone feels unique. And that's what you want to see in a game like this, for sure. Again, the hope is that the game systems don't stop you from playing the video game. That's it.
Just ride a bike. You can just ride a bike.
Ride a bike, man.
How cool is that?
Ride the bike. Only one without a meter is Atomic Samurai out of these showcases, and he probably has something else. But yeah, Atomic Samurai, seen in that trailer, just in an arcade cabinet. Where's that game?
Can we play that? Can you imagine if that's like a mini game? That would be cool.
That is not a mini game. That does not look like a mini game.
Look, it would probably be super bad and super unbalanced, but you know, it's those things that could work if this game was a real game, you know, for consoles.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually the stuff they put out, but it's not. Anyway. Let's stop being sad.
Oh, really? Let's stop being sad. Let's talk about an important announcement.
Yep, more sadness, depression.
Depression, very much depression. Right
Dude,
here.
so Gundam
good music
Evolution.
choice.
Gundam Evolution, for those that were not keeping up with the news, thank you all for your continued support. It is with great sadness that we are announcing the conclusion of Gundam Evolution. This game came out last year. Game is like, it's less than a year old at this point. It will be a year and like 2 months by the time it ends on November 29, 2023.
It always sucks when you hear these news of a game that just came out recently and it's just about to close, because it gets to a point where it's just more expensive to keep the game going, and this doesn't necessarily mean that the game was not successful. It just means that for the future, for them to keep the game going, it would probably be more expensive than the money that they're making. Maybe the game found its success, and that's my hope. Because it sucks, man, for the developers, for just, you know, the people that still enjoy this game. I don't think the game was bad at all. I think the game, it had some really cool ideas. It didn't weigh much above that. It's just a game with very good ideas, and there's a lot of stuff that I would change, for me specifically, of course. But it sucks, man. It's a video game that came out 1 year ago, and it's already gonna shut down. I honestly, I didn't have the idea that this game wasn't that successful. I thought this game had found its success, and unfortunately, it seems like it didn't.
Yeah, there's a live stream today, like at 11 p.m. Pacific time, where they'll be discussing further details. But in this blog post, they do not like state a reason or any of that. So we just assume like popularity, right? Ongoing player base. This was a really ambitious project where they wanted to create like a competitive scene, and it honestly came at the perfect time when Overwatch 2 was under like the shitstorm that it was under. I think this game positioned itself to be a very good competitor, but they could not pull it off in the end. And honestly, there's a lot like in the game itself that I think was bad. I think was straight up bad. Like it takes a long time to unlock ranked matches, making ranked feel very empty early on, and I think that just made a lot of players quit right at the start, like not even giving the game a chance. There's the unlock process for like unlocking a character just takes so long. Like doing the quests, you have to do the daily quest for the currency, and you have to do so many of them to unlock a single character. It was just like not practical at all. And according to some reports I've seen, and someone in chat also saying that same thing, those characters came out kind of broken, so feeling a little bit pay to win. So yeah, it's definitely a game that was mishandled here and there. I don't think it was anything super atrocious though. We've definitely seen some cases where it was a lot worse and a lot more offensive. I mean, Overwatch is a great example, and that game's still thriving, as far as I know.
I think there is a difference though. I think there's a misconception that Overwatch is worse than it actually has ever been. Not discounting the whole situation where they treat humans like garbage. We will never support that fucking shit. But the when it comes to the game itself, the game has had some balance issues, but it was always a strong game. Even when it was facing the worst scenarios, Overwatch was always a strong game. Even when it seemed like nothing was happening and they didn't say anything about Overwatch 2, it's still a very strong game. At its lowest, it was much better than Gundam, like by far, in terms of gameplay, in terms of maps, how interesting the gameplay was. Not to say that Gundam wasn't, at least for me, but I never found that there's a spark to Overwatch that just, you know, makes you want to play and try out different characters that I didn't necessarily have in Gundam. I was having fun in Gundam when we were trying the game, but the spark was not there. Those moments that I had in Overwatch, the play of the games, I feel like those were never as special in Gundam. And obviously right. I'm comparing the two because I think it's the safest way to compare.
Yeah, I mean, you want to compare those two games. It starts with maps being like kind of bland and gray in Gundam versus the colorful maps of Overwatch. It starts with the characters, like Blizzard's character development, and like you look at a character design and you want to learn more about them. Gundam, I don't feel that way, but some Gundam fans go crazy over it. So I don't know. To me, that's not as strong though.
I see a comment in chat. The fact that Overwatch makes you miss loot boxes is sad. You know what? Loot boxes. This might be a not take, but loot boxes is so much better than. And this is coming from someone who's never spent any money on loot boxes, and I have spent money on Battle Pass when the game is free, and I think the Battle Pass is worth it. I will support the game and I will buy the Battle Pass. I've never done loot boxes because I've bought Overwatch. I'm not gonna spend any more money on skins. It's fine if you do. It's not for me. But one thing I'll say, I think Battle Pass makes the game a lot less unique. Because when you have loot boxes, and in Overwatch you would gain loot boxes for free, right? As you keep leveling up, you get loot boxes you can pull. I had skins that no one else had, or a lot of people didn't have, with no money spent, right? When you're playing with a battle pass, everybody gets the same fucking skin.
Yeah.
And it's something that it honestly, like, it doesn't feel
That's
as
the part
unique.
of gacha that I actually like. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like you have a unique roster of characters that not everyone has, unless they're a whale and they're up, because you just have every character
Mm-hmm.
ever. But if you're like working with a limited number of pools, yes, it's a bummer if you really wanted a character or not. But those bummers have to exist if you want to have that player identity. If you want to have that, oh, my team is unique compared to other players.
Yeah. That's very true. Obviously, when you buy a game for $60, and then you have to buy, a bunch of loot boxes for 50. That is, it sucks. But for me, as a not free to play because I bought the game, but as a player not spending money with loot boxes, for me that system was super cool. Because again, if I look in my skins for, if I go look at my skins for Overwatch, I have so many unique skins that people that play the game often say, "Oh, you have that skin? That's really cool." And I'm like, I've never spent money on this. So yeah,
But they should make those skins purchasable too. It's not just a random thing, like the One Punch Man collaboration. Oh, I want the One Punch Man skin. Let me buy it. Nice.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's a good way to go about it. But back on Gundam Evolution, it's gonna shut down. Season 6 and 7 updates are still scheduled, so August is gonna get the Season 6 update with a new unit and 2 new maps, and on October 25th, also 1 new unit and 1 new map will be coming out, and then they shut down on November 29, end of service. So yeah, live stream soon for more details. I don't think they'll go into why they're doing this, but they'll probably just be thanking everyone and whatnot.
It's kind of a weird thing, isn't it? Like, still continuing to do some of this content, and then it's just going to be gone by the end of November, especially with Season 7, because once they put that out, that update is only going to be there for a month, at least, and then it's gone.
Well, they're going to stop support, but you're going to be able to, like, do peer-to-peer stuff, I assume.
I don't doubt it. Maybe, but who knows?
Yeah, custom lobbies.
I just think it's weird.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
I'm searching for games that have closed the servers in 2023 because there was a game I remember, Knockout City.
Oh, Knockout City. Oh,
Knockout City. So Knockout City was pretty successful, right? And that was one of the ones that developers came out and said, "Look, this is the situation where we're at the moment. We either close the game and develop our next game, or we're gonna burn all our resources in Knockout City." So in order for us to keep developing and keep doing what we do and what we like to do, we need to close Knockout City. We need to move on to the next game. So that's what I mean about, it doesn't mean that Knockout City
got closed?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the that wrestling
Rumbleverse,
game. Rumbleverse, yeah. Rumbleverse is what I was thinking of.
They both did. I think they both did this year.
They both did.
Yeah,
They both did.
they both did.
And that's the thing. It doesn't mean that it wasn't successful necessarily, because they did get enough money to make the next game that they're working on. But it's just it gets to a point where it's just more expensive to keep the game going, and they have to move on. But it always sucks. And I remember us getting happy that Portugal got servers, right? We could play from Portugal. Well, not anymore. Game's getting closed. It sucks, man. It sucks. But yeah, hopefully, I think the team did a good job, and it's always tough when you're working with systems for pulls and gacha and battle passes or whatever. But I think overall the game is not bad, and it deserves its praise for sure.
Moving on to another game that hopefully won't get shut down anytime soon. My Hero Ultra Rumble coming out this year. So still not out, so definitely still not shut down. They just put out some numbers and some actually not numbers this time. Talking about the training mode and the gallery mode. And also some numbers. Yes.
Always some numbers.
Yes. Ranked
Numbers.
matches. They're reworking ranked a little bit, changing the number of points required to go from pro to ace or from amateur to pro. And it's pretty much a ranking system, like nothing really particularly out of the ordinary here. But more exciting is this post. This blog post with training mode and, well, gallery. Let's start with gallery because that's not as interesting, but there's a gallery mode. You'll be able to obtain gallery pieces through the game's missions and other modes. Use these pieces to assemble panels and unlock famous scenes, sketches, and original illustrations from My Hero Academia. They had something like this in One's Justice as well. You finish an arcade mode and you get like a piece of art and whatnot. And then, what really cool detail though, the illustrations can become loading screens. That's cool.
really nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That's a nice touch. It's not just, well, it's in the gallery. No, we put them in the loading screens too. Now, here comes the big one. Training mode. Let's talk about training mode. And you tell me if I am taking too much out of this. But here's what training mode is. Well, we're glad we are currently working on a customizable training mode that will be available when the game launches this fall. There's a training mode coming. Locked characters will be available in training mode. Okay, so you don't have to, unlock them to try them out. You can try them out before unlocking them. You can also choose the CPU characters that you want to train with, so your CPU partners, you choose who they are, and customize their action, quirk levels, and other parameters. Cool. A training mode. An actual customizable training mode. Some CPU actions that you can set are move and attack, evade, stop, hand-to-hand combat only, or quirk alpha only, which is usually the projectile. Now, here comes the big one. Players are... Nope, that's not the big one yet. Besides playing against CPU characters, players will also be able to train together with their actual teammates.
Oh, that's good.
So you can invite your teammates to play in a training lobby against CPU. All right? By switching the attack allies option on, you can also fight against your teammates. Is this custom lobbies?
Is this a fighting game?
Is this custom lobbies?
Bro.
Oh, this is a fighting game.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm getting a bit hyped, and I'm super hyped right now with this game, and I don't want to blow this out of proportion, but I want you to scroll down a bit.
Okay.
As I think this is very important.
Okay.
How many Miyazakis do you know? Just hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. Hear me out.
In video games, one.
In video games, you have one of the most.
In anime, another one.
Right? You have in video games, you have one of the most important, directors of all time.
Yes.
Miyazaki, who has created a new genre of video games, was one of the most influential, people from after Hideo Kojima. Then you have Miyazaki, one of the best anime directors of all time, one of the most influential directors of all time. This motherfucker making this game is called Miyazaki.
It's Blue Miyazaki.
The
Blue Miyazaki.
Hey, I see that.
There's a pattern here, and I don't want to be too hyped about this, but I feel like this is very important.
Yes. If Miyazaki is making My Hero, it's fine.
It's fine.
Okay,
My Hero's getting poison swamps. Let's go.
Before there's a poison area. So before I blow this out of proportion, though, let's see what we have here and what this could possibly be. If it's not as good, training mode is always good, right? But is this training lobbies? It might not be. So what does this say here? You can, besides playing against CPU characters, players are able to train with their actual teammates. So let's say player 1 is you. You can play with your teammates. That means player 2 and player 3. All right, so you can have 3 players in a training mode against 3 CPUs versus CPU 1, CPU 2, CPU 3. Now, these 3 CPUs, because they're customizable, you can just set them to stop, right? So you can just say, yo, all of you, stop. So all of these guys, they're just not playing. They're just not playing. No, none of them are playing. That's why they're in parentheses, okay?
Yeah, the parentheses mean...
So they don't matter. They don't matter. They're over there. By switching the attack allies option on, you can also fight against your own teammates, so you'll be able to spar with your friends and practice combos together. So I think what this means is you turn allies on, and suddenly it's player 1 versus player 2 versus CPUs. But the CPUs don't matter. They're down there. So I think what this is not really like Ultra Rumble custom lobbies. It's not like well, we make 2 teams fight. It's definitely not 24 teams drop into a custom lobby and or 24 players drop into a custom lobby and fight. But it might also not even be 2 teams. It might just be 1 team, but you can fight against each other. Kind of a custom lobby, but kind of not, right?
Kind of not.
What we can do here is maybe turn Ultra Rumble into a 1v1 game. Because we can do player 1 versus player 2 versus spectator, and the spectator just watches from afar.
And you know what? That is exciting. That it's not necessarily like a proper tournament for the whole 24 teams, but like player 1 versus player 2 and the spectator. That is really fucking cool. That is exciting. And even let's not just. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about how cool it is for them to think that. This game is unique. This game has a lot of unique characters. You want to practice, and them giving you an option is something that could totally be missed by them, and it's something that we constantly see developers missing. Like we know for a fact that we want to play, let's say JJK, right? JJK, the new 2v2 game. We know for a fact that there's a good chance that you won't get to practice with your friends, right? Because it's something that is not very common in video games. Having a training mode where you can invite your friends and practice stuff is very unique, and I think it's something very special, especially for a game. You know, we tend to look at anime games like the low budget games that don't get anything new, and this one in particular. Training mode with your friends is super fucking cool. I think it's very important, and even though it might not seem like it's a big deal, I think for a video game that, you know, it seems like it's a lower budget video game using assets from My Hero One's Justice, it's them using the money, the budget properly, and actually making a proper video game, and it's just very exciting. I had a lot of great moments playing this game. I had a lot of fun. And I have a lot of respect for what's been done with this game, with the blog posts, the way they're interacting with people, the way they seem like they're listening to everyone. It's just this. I hope I'm right with this one. I think this is going to be a very special game, and it's exciting, man.
Yeah.
It's a very special My Hero game. I think we have on our hands.
Shonen Games did a translation of this scan. Trader sent the scan, by the way, so thanks Trader for that. And I think we do see like 4 slots here. So there could be like 4 players total. We could do like 2v2, or we could do other things. I don't know. But this is kind of cool.
Very exciting. Yeah.
Actually, these are all CPU. No, these are the quirk levels. You can set the quirk levels to be. So we'll see. I mean, training mode doesn't mean that you can recreate a match necessarily. It could be that, I don't know, the characters are immortal, so like they can't die, and that immediately like negates the whole thing. It could be that you cannot level up your quirks, so that becomes a harder thing to be like, okay, there's no loot phase, there's just a fighting phase, period. So yeah we'll see. I think a training mode is better than nothing for sure, and I think it's a cool training mode that they're pitching. We're just trying to use this training mode as something else, and we're trying to figure out if we can even do that to begin with. But even if that's not possible, then just having this training mode as it is already a great addition to Ultra Rumble.
Yeah, indeed. I'm very excited for this. Also, we got a comment saying Yo Globco, when Connections comes out, are you going to make character guides? We haven't decided on what the coverage is going to be. It's going to be a while.
Probably not.
I don't think character guides have been super successful on the channel in general.
Not for arena fighters. If it's a fighting game, like there's a lot to break down for a character, but arena fighters, I don't think there's enough to a single character that you can't do with everyone else. I mean, there is if you want to get super specific, but there isn't for like mainstream, and it's not. I don't think it's important. I think there will be like breakdowns for like overall mechanics, overall playstyle, overall tech that you can do. And if there's something that like a character is doing that is character unique, we might have a video like focused on that gimmick, you know, and how strong that gimmick is. But other than that, I don't think so. I don't think we'll do character.
Also keep in mind that, you know, Storm Connection is not being made by Miyazaki. So,
true, yeah.
You know, it's always...
It's a Matsuyama, so...
So, you know...
Bandai Namco announced the Gamescom lineup for 2023. So this is the public lineup. If you've never been to Gamescom, there's a public area and there's a press area. They're not announcing what they're doing in the press area because that has behind closed door stuff. But in the public area, you will be able to see Armored Core, Naruto to Boruto, Ninja Storm Connections, Park Beyond, Sandland, and Tekken 8. So most of these will probably be playable. Players assemble their core, what variety will be available for hands-on at Gamescom before it's released. So this is the first time that I think Armored Core has been hands-on. Even at Summer Games Fest, it was a hands-off demo. We could not play it. But here, it seems like it will be hands-on. Storm Connections, also hands-on. 1v1 mode. Where is it? They say something about it. Come check out the 1v1 mode at the Bandai Namco booth. I'm gonna say it's the same build as Anime Expo. Park Beyond already released. You can play it now. Why would you go to Gamescom? Because you don't have money to buy it. That's fair enough. But you have money for a Gamescom ticket? No. Why would you go? Okay. Anyway. Sandland.
But then you can try other games as well. It's not just that one. So
Sandland playable for the first time in Europe. Yes, I had a hands-on demo also in at Summer Games Fest. This is the first time it will be playable in Europe. I guess you guys are going to get the same demo that I played. I think it's the first time that it's playable in public. No. It should be... There's San Diego Comic-Con going on right now, and I think Sandland is playable there.
So I think it is. Fun fact, Greg Miller from Kind of Funny Games, not an anime fan, not someone who plays anime games. He tried Sandland, and he said in a podcast that he's very excited to play Sandland. Just goes to show that, it's a game that
cool.
it goes a bit outside the anime genre. It's looking like a pretty solid one.
Yeah, Sandland's cool. Tekken 8. I could be playing it right now.
Oh, we have access to the game right now?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the closed network test is running right now.
It's running right now.
I need to download that.
Yeah, I haven't even downloaded it. And more! Along with this already packed lineup, Bandai Namco Europe is also keeping other thrilling surprises for Gamescom. Stay tuned for more and see you there. Now, this is already a big lineup for a Gamescom booth. Pretty big lineup. I'm not expecting these surprises to be like playable stuff, but I think Bandai will probably have some announcements around that time. So we'll see what comes out of Gamescom. I have no insider info, but I hope to have soon. These are all the same songs. Hey Bandai, I'm hoping to have some insider info on what you're showing at Gamescom.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah,
you
guys have been good. You guys have been
good. We need to figure out.
I have no reason to complain. Unless we're complaining about Dragon Ball The Breakers, in that case, I have a lot of reasons to complain. Here's a scan showing off some stuff that you can do on your survivors from Ginyu, Golden Frieza, Kid Buu. I think this is all like transfers and survivor skills. So not the next big patch, which would be the next raider. Typically, we've ignored these kinds of updates. I think they're pretty small. But yeah, if you're into Breakers, here it is. We'll stay tuned for the last Raider, though. That's like the last update that I want to cover for the Breakers before I say sayonara. I mean, that's their last chance. I'll check back in, and if it's good, we're back. And also, like a little scan for Kakarot for the next DLC piece. You get to see some characters here, a new mechanic where you fight against these guys out here. So it's not just a tournament, as you can see. You're still like roaming in the open world. Is he flying there in that screenshot? No, that's Shadow. Okay. So even in the open world, it's still a very rounded game. Maybe you can call the Nimbus and finally use the Nimbus for the first time ever.
Oh yeah, good point. Because I was just thinking, like, how are we gonna traverse? Is it by like he runs really fast for sure?
Yeah.
But, it's not the same. I honestly wonder if this is gonna be like a proper new area. It's a new area just for this DLC in specific. We'll see. It might be too much. It might be me asking for too much. But I think, I think even if you think about how the game will function, if you have the Nimbus for sure. But let's say you're not allowed to fly. How is the game going to translate with the other areas? We'll see. But
I think you'll have limited access. You're not gonna have access to all the areas. That's how they did it with Chunks too and Bardock. So like, you're gonna have access to, I mean, Chi-Chi's house clearly, and the World Tournament Arena. So I think that's the east side map as well as the South Islands. I think those are the two areas that you'll have access to.
Where is the desert area?
Desert is... There's a little bit of desert. There's Yamcha's house in the same area as Chi-Chi's house.
Right next to it, right?
Yeah, but that's not the big desert where you fight Boo and stuff, no. That would be south center, I think, from what I remember.
Okay. Yeah, you've played that game a lot.
Yes.
You've played that game
I've
countless times.
done some speedruns. So yeah, looking forward to that. Still no release date. Tell me about this thing, Gacha Fiends. Only Asher is here now.
Yeah, and was way gone even after your whale comment.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't get to hear that.
Damn. That's for a replay. Yeah, what's going on with Honkai crossing with Promare, which is a trigger thing? First, what's Promare? Because I didn't hear of this before.
So Promare was a film, like an original film that Trigger made in like 2019. Correct me if I'm wrong for people who set it up. Really cool film. It's stylized a lot like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. And if you've never seen the film, I highly recommend it.
Okay.
And for some reason now Honkai wants to collaborate with Promare, and I'm not exactly sure how Honkai does their collaborations, but if it's anything like what usual gachas are, is one of the characters actually becomes a character in the gacha game, either get them for free or they actually just become like a banner character. I'm not too sure for that, but yeah, we're going to be getting an animation that Trigger's going to make for the collaboration in September with the full crossover. So if you're into Honkai 3rd, look forward to this.
Nice, awesome. So that's happening September.
Yes.
So it's not that far away.
No.
Up next, we're gonna get. Are we already here? Oh, we're ready. Okay.
We're in the funny fighting games. Yay.
We're
Okay.
in the fighting game phase, man.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. DLC for KOF.
Yeah, Naj. Another kind of like original character per se. She's not a classic character. She came out in the last King of Fighters, and her design was like a thing that was won in a combo context that SNK put up, and she looks fantastic. A Saudi Arabian vigilante who uses the shadows to fight her opponent.
Okay.
And she's got some new stuff in this one. Kept most of her old stuff, like the Wreckers, her grab. Those are all old. But now she has like an air dash that you'll see. And she's got this new grab mechanic, which SNK had to go out the way to show the hood. So when you grab an opponent, you'll get charges. And you can expend these charges for new properties for your moves.
Got it.
There are three charges.
Are those different charges? Oh yeah, the
Yes.
colors down there. Okay.
Yeah, you'll notice by the colors. I've noticed like one will charge one at a time, but if you use the EX version of it, it'll give you two charges. So.
Manon. Yes.
So she's definitely got a lot more to her. I didn't see that she had her parry, because she did have a parry in the last game, but I didn't see it in the trailer, so she might not have that anymore. I love the new level 3.
Okay.
In this one.
Coming up.
Should be coming up soon.
I like the effects quite a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like this game buffed up the effects a lot from 14. They look so much prettier.
Ooh, was that a restart?
No, that's just how like the grab works.
Okay.
And when she grabs you, she puts you like in this crumple state. So maybe it's you can combo after it, or it's just purely used at the end of combos. You get your charge and then you go crazy with it.
Bonk. That's a cool juggle.
You remember my big issue with this game? Even watching it, I feel like it's And this, remember the talk that we had about Storm Connections having the reset after the round is over,
Yeah.
and now it resets the health, and how much of a good thing I think that is.
Yeah.
This one in specific, when you lose a character, and when you see someone losing a character in tournaments, it never seems like they're able to pull the comeback. And it always, because it seems like, obviously you don't choose your best character for your first. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. It depends on your strategy in general.
And it depends on the character too, because some characters are not as meter hungry as others.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of strategy to it, and I respect that. But when I'm watching a tournament, high level, top 8, it always seems like when you lose that first character, very rarely do they come back from it. Maybe this is just me, watching it and feeling like that. But it's the one thing that takes me away from this game, because I think this game looks really dope. I really love. Yeah. I love how the hits go. I love how the combos go. I love the neutral. But it's just, it's like, okay, you lost the character. You still have like half of your health. This is not happening. You're not coming back. And usually it's like that. At least that's what I feel like.
There's also a thing to bring up as well. The meter cap goes away with the less characters you have. So it's 3 when you have 3 characters, 4 when you have 2, and 5 when you have 1. Mm-hmm. So that sort of leads into that comeback factor. And some characters absolutely love having 5 bars, as Endra put in with Ash. Can absolutely TOD any character he feels like with the execution and 5 bars.
Sure. I see that. It's just it doesn't happen as often as I would see it happening. And I don't know what the difference is between this and, for example, Dragon Ball FighterZ, where we've seen a character come back 3v1. In this one, for some reason, it just doesn't feel like that way.
Well, I think when it comes to fighters of when you get the hit, it's going to count because you get to do insane damage,
right,
and whatnot. It's never like, oh, you get this small hit, now you have to keep rolling, or you're just gonna get rolled back.
I mean, you're definitely not getting rolled back in.
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
No, with fighters.
You're getting rolled back in Street Fighter, though. How about that Rashid? Rashid guy, we got an extended look at Rashid here with, all of his specials and whatnot. So this is a moveset video. The character's also been playable in an event in Japan. So characters due out very, very soon. Next week, I believe, right?
Yeah,
it's 24th.
Yeah, 3 days.
In about 3 days, Rashid will be here. Spinning Mixer is, funny enough, the least mix-up option he has, but
all of his old stuff from 5.
Is it me, or is this character a bit too much?
He just feels like a better Kimberly. I don't know why I would play Kimberly after watching this.
It's just, for me, like, there's moves that pretty much cover all the screen. He hits and he's corner to corner.
Kimberly doesn't do that. Her Tatsu goes up. She doesn't hit behind like that. Like, so okay, that's just a better one.
It's just a better one. Yeah, his moves seem like they're super fast. What the hell is wrong with a double jump? What the fuck is that? Where's the one reason I keep winning in ranked is because motherfuckers keep trying to jump, and I'm just anti-airing every time. I'm not gonna do this against Rashid because he's gonna double jump and punish me. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's also got the Blanca headbutt.
Oh my fucking god! I already hate this character so much. I have a new pet. I have a new character that I hate now. All right.
I mean, most of the stuff he had in 5, like.
What? Wait! That drive rush was really quick.
No,
that was way too quick.
Drive impact?
Drive impact.
That was tired. Standard. That's standard.
Yeah, that's pretty normal, to be honest.
I think that's standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Cut to next week, and his drive impact is just faster than everyone else's for some reason.
Yeah, the 499 drive impact.
Yeah, it's all about footsies, though. Don't worry. Yeah,
footsies.
The projectile goes up.
Yeah,
it's as
I love you can charge it now.
Yeah.
I love you can do everything.
As if you were gonna jump in on Rashid, by the way. As if you were gonna jump in on Rashid.
Oh, people jump in on Rashid.
Yeah.
People in Diamond will jump in on Rashid.
That's true.
That's what happens.
The version as
true.
well. I want him to get to the jumps. Oh god.
Look at this shit, man.
Good
Can't even
knockdown.
confirm out of that.
Pop, pop.
God, I think my favorite change that they've done to Rashid is put in like a weird mechanic from 5 that was only in his V-Trigger 1 and put it into his entire kit.
Right.
And I just love it.
That's been their treatment to a lot of characters, to be fair. So I think
True.
something like that was to be expected. You never know exactly what. But
And then, let's just get both his V skills from the old game and put it into a skill. Why not?
Is that a overhead, by the way? That's
Yeah,
probably
it should be.
overhead, right? Yeah, it's gonna be overhead.
it should be.
Yeah,
the ground.
no way, that's a mid.
I have a question. And this is for me specifically, and it's not even considering Rashid. Ryu, how much am I missing by not using the charged Hadouken?
The Denjin charge?
Yeah. How much am I missing?
You're missing damage and some plus frames, I think.
Okay.
I don't.
Because for now, like I unlocked some stuff. I'm starting to win again, and I'm starting to go up the ranks. It doesn't feel like I need that yet. The stuff that I need is still more matchup knowledge. But like I see some Ryus trying to do that against me.
Right.
They always lose. So I'm guessing there's until I find a Ryu that kicks my ass. I guess I won't see the need. But there's probably some use to it that I'm not seeing.
Watch Ending Walker, I guess.
He uses that?
Yeah.
He's probably the best Ryu I know. I don't know if he uses that or not, actually. I haven't seen any of his games yet. But I when I was learning Kami, I watched a lot of Punk. And Punk just does not use Vagabond, I think is the name of that move. Where Kami jumps into the air and then you have like...
Hooligan.
Hooligan.
Yeah, hooligan.
He doesn't use Hooligan. He uses Hooligan in like a side switch combo. Other than that, doesn't use Hooligan for anything at all. And I'm like, cool. I don't worry about this move while learning this character.
I need to watch that then.
Yeah.
I've recently started using the standing medium kick for footsies because there was a Ryu that used that. And I was like, okay, this is very good. I'm gonna start using it. Everybody just keeps getting hit by my standing kick. It's super quick. I like that.
Is this neutral, by the way?
It's super. It's so neutral.
Is this
You know,
Neutral, baby.
it's like, he had an air dash in 5. It's like, okay, let's just put it into a jump.
Yeah.
Why not?
And we can bait the anti-airs with that. We can do all that. Oh, look, a skin. Super Rashid kick. Let's look at the supers. That's a fast one, anti-air.
Yeah, but he doesn't get the increased damage unless he hits it from the ground, which kind of sucks, but does its job.
Sure.
Yeah, this character's gonna be good.
Boom.
Invincible level 1, that's already good.
On the ground, you get the cinematic hits. Yep.
Yeah. And then his V-Trigger 1, that became his level 2. Oh, it gets ridiculous.
Interesting.
Oh,
Like,
wait.
when
You're exhausted? Well, sounds like you're
Neutral.
getting chipped.
Oh, the stuff they show for this tornado in a sec, it's absolutely insane.
How the fuck do you get out of this? Oh, nice mix. Yeah, I'm definitely getting mixed by that. How do you get out? If you're exhausted, you're just done.
No, yeah,
right?
you're not getting
He
out of it.
supers you because you can't even fucking jump.
You get a speed boost when you run through the whirlwind. Look at this shit.
Yeah,
Oh
'cause
my
it's-
God.
Yeah, it's
And
yeah,
a jump boost.
It's treated as the win that he has on the floor usually.
I don't like
You
it.
get a
So-
super jump, that's so funny.
Man, super
I don't
jump,
like this
double
game.
jump.
And your
let's
moves
do it.
get buffed as well.
And here's the best part. Kick it.
Oh, you can kick it too. I fucking hate this game. Wait, what? What?
You couldn't do that before, but I just love it. Just why not? Just kick it.
Kick it. Oh, what?
Holy shit!
Oh no. Oh no, no.
I am getting so mixed by this character.
Yeah, if you're in burnout, have fun dealing with that. But
All right, level 3.
You know what? If you're in burnout, just put the controller down.
I just don't get burned out. Easy.
Yeah, just get a.
yeah,
Don't get
it's
burned
like
out.
with all this crazy
I have
shit,
to-
we all have our block. parry.
I play Ryu. I have to get burnout. If I
Well-
don't, I can't do damage. Like this is the only way. It's to burn out myself. The more I play this game, the less it makes sense to play Ryu. I'm just gonna keep grinding.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to get to master with Ryu. That's my goal. And then
luck to
I'll
you,
probably
Oh,
learn a
this-
proper character.
This is the CA? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
What is that? Oh, yeah, because he's got the after images so you can see. Okay.
Yeah, 60 FPS 4K camera, by the way.
True.
That's nice. Good.
Yeah, and that's Rashid coming out in 3 days. You're going to be playing against this a lot.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to a local where he's legal. Fun.
Oh god.
Wait, what local?
Oh no, yeah, it was it WSO? They're having a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when it stays on, yeah.
Yeah.
In London.
Yeah, it's not illegal for Evo, but he probably will be for
Is he not? I think he is.
No. Oh,
He is legal for
oh,
Evo.
yeah, no, he is legal for Evo. Yeah, we said it wasn't because the character was super recent, but they actually made the controversial decision to say, yeah, like, no, it will be
Well,
legal.
supposedly for the CPT tours, they made the rule that DLC characters have a week before they're actually viable for tournaments.
It's Capcom's rule.
Yeah, it's Capcom's personal rule, which is why Rashid's fine for Evo.
I think,
But with the
I
new...
think it's usually a month for Evo. Like, it
Yeah,
has to be out
usually for like
a month.
other fighting games, it's like a month.
But Capcom was like, nah, a week. It's fine.
So
Yeah, that is interesting, and I'm not, obviously like we're not very good at fighting games in general, but I wonder what good fighting game players feel like when this stuff happens.
It's
Like when they're actually
it's a massive gamble, basically.
right.
Because for you to master this character in 2 weeks, which is the time you have from release until Evo, you have to dedicate yourself to this character. And then if it turns out the character is garbage, that's 2 weeks of your time that you just wasted before the biggest tournament of your life when it should have been practicing your main character. It's
The
a
thing is, yeah, and you're missing out on practicing with your own character, but also if you're learning the character, you're also learning how to fight against. But still, it's 2 weeks is not good. 2 weeks sounds like way. Even if you're practicing 8 hours a day, I don't know, man. Fighting games are tough. Fighting games are tough.
true.
We're gonna close fighting games in Around the Bush with Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Ashra, what the fuck did they do to build them up? Like,
So
what is this?
so
Cool.
So Bubsy's infamous suck from the original game that would just pull people in from most ranges, his ultimate skill now will just pull you from any range and is effectively unblockable because it will grab break you on the first hit, so the second hit is guaranteed.
So what do you do?
Okay. I said fuck Rashid, but what the fuck is it?
And it's the 25 type of ultimate skill because something we brought up later. Some ultimate skills aren't built equally, but yeah, this is an ultimate skill that's 25, and the fact it's full screen and effectively unblockable is gonna be
Wait, what do you mean 25?
Something-
No, it's 50, but
It's
the
50.
second hit builds a
yeah,
meter.
yeah, but it's still unblockable anyway.
No, but if you block it in guard break, you don't build it back up. Look at this one. Not this one.
Yeah, that was a hit. That was a hit.
Yeah, there's one where the guard break happens. So she's blocking. All right, so you're gonna guard break. Okay, you don't build the 25.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
still
but-
built 12.
Yeah.
he still builds half that.
Oh, but you
like,
also do that with other ultimate skills if they're blocked. So like we saw that last week.
Yeah.
Actually.
So how
Yeah.
the fuck do you get away?
Yeah, but
from it?
how do you deal with this?
you don't.
That's a chunk.
you can DP
like
through it,
that's
maybe?
that's a chunk. But
I don't like that. It's literally free damage.
I just love the entire visual effect of the suck compared to what it is normally.
There has to be a
amazing.
range.
he can
limit.
do this.
Can you dodge it?
No, it's any range because even the description of the tweet says you get pulled from any range.
Well, I'd assume you can dodge it before he.
So it's full screen.
Yeah, you'll hopefully be able to spot dodge this, but that's very
Yeah.
It's still very scary. Like spot dodging.
Yeah.
this
That's
is-
scary, yeah.
That-
Just a
that-
neutral
that's
check,
all-
like, hey, you play neutral? Fuck
That's also just a topic in general, whether like all these skills can be like spot dodged or dodge rolled in a way. But none of the clips have specifically showed that, so we're just kind of like speculating just from what they are now. But
You know what? I like this. I just made up my mind. I like this. You know what? Because these players online keep spamming block, and I hate when people spam block. I'm just kidding.
Grubs, I ain't paid a fuck block.
Absolutely not. We got 4 of these clips today, so that's number 1.
Different characters, so it's a bit of variety. So
next, let's look at Charlotta.
Charlotta, she has an actual DP now and an ultimate skill.
Her thing was not a DP before?
It was, but it was a goofy one because because when she comes down, you could do something with it. But like the initial rising attack is a DP.
Right, yeah.
So it's a DP, but not really. So this ultimate skill of a demon flip will be a true DP.
Gotcha.
As they show in the tweet.
Yeah, this is a down-up charge, by the way. That's the motion. Of course, like, you can also just easy input, but
easy input.
The
By the way,
down-up charge for Charlotte.
I didn't know this game had Heimerdinger from League of Legends.
Oh yeah, he got added as DLC.
What is
Mamanuno.
Yeah, left.
So Siegfried, I hope you like Broly Train from Fighters because he's taking you to the fucking corner.
Choo choo.
Yep.
So pretty close activation though.
Pretty close. They have made it so it is safe if it's blocked.
Oh.
So
I couldn't tell it was the corner until I saw the corner reflection.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was very confused, but then I saw the lights and I was like, okay, this is the corner. It's definitely the corner.
So.
Oh my god.
So you're gonna love just having Siegfried on the other corner, and then he just throws this out. Now it's his corner. He don't care. He Broly training you to the next game.
Siegfried is hard to have any opinions on this move itself because Siegfried is going to be a new character coming out to Rising.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a character that you can play right now, so it's hard to say how this fits into his overall.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, they've said that he's going to mostly be about like consuming his HP for boss, which is what it used to be in the gacha game.
Right.
Now Ladiva,
big
headbutt, ultimate skill. So. This is why I said that ultimate skills aren't created equal. This one doesn't give you your bar back, so it's 50. Now, there's a reason for that. It's actually unblockable, it gives her a guard point, and it smokes parries.
Okay,
you can't parry it.
So you have to spot dodge it or just be out of range?
Yeah, you either have to be out of range, potentially spot dodge it if you can do that with ultimate skills, or just eat it.
I don't like this. Because like, it puts you at full screen. Ladiva's a grappler. Like, Ladiva does not want to be at that distance. And like, this doesn't seem...
Yeah.
Of course, like, okay, unblockable. That's unblockable, guard point, that's all super strong. But it doesn't seem like that good of a skill for Ladiva.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I feel like, for a mid-screen perspective, like, if they're rushing you down and like you don't really have much to go for, and usually that's what it is with these games.
Yeah.
You have an option now. You effectively have a DP that costs half your meter.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you can do it twice.
And then,
congrats.
yeah, and now, but if you apply to something like in the corner, which is where Ladiva likes to be,
right?
That's when shit gets really scary because not only have you got a grab to worry about with her, a plus on block most of the time headbutt, but one that is unblockable that will smoke your parry.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I can see that. Offensively, this move could be a big problem, but defensively, it's like whatever Ladiva does. Like this.
Yeah.
Ladiva's not gonna get much from this.
Yeah. Yeah. In short, she just has a DP.
True.
Ragnar asks why does Rene know who Weimar is. We've watched Arcane. That's the reason. Arcane was pretty good.
Rene is a deeply closeted League of Legends fan.
Yeah, that's why it took me so long to play Breath of the Wild.
That's true. Yeah.
There's a history, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, time for questions, folks. I'm looking at No Mic Voice over here on Discord. If you want to join the voice chat, you can also ask questions in voice. This is, of course, for premium members only, which is $4.99. We appreciate your support for sure. The rest can ask questions in chat, where I'm also looking at it. JoJo update 0 chapters read this week. So still post Scary Monsters is where I am. I did not watch Zoom 100, even though you put that thing on your name. I didn't even look it up, so I don't even know what Zoom 100 is. Not Zoom. Bucket List of the Dead. Is it the Netflix show or the anime?
the anime, but they're both on Netflix. So.
I see one on Crunchyroll.
Oh, is that on Crunchyroll?
Yeah, they did a live action thing for Netflix, huh?
Yeah, at the same time the anime released. That's interesting timing. Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
Fucking weird. Anyway.
Hey, Father Rene, I heard you were tired because you were cooking. Was it for yourself or someone else? Actually, it's for Glob. Glob is coming over to have dinner. And,
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Here's the thing. I was preparing the meat, and there's like there's
and
a
then
dessert.
I decided to start cooking.
There's a dessert that we're gonna try to recreate. I hope we can pull it off, and it's just so fucking good. I don't know. We never tried it. It's the first time we're trying it, and the meat had to be prepared because I want to have like proper gourmet and burgers.
I'm
here.
looking forward to it. Girlfriend bought.
Yeah.
So who did you prepare the food with, by the way?
What do you think? What do you think? You know, well them. Well,
So my girlfriend bought some focaccia to bring you guys later today.
oh my god, we're fucked. There's so much.
I'm bringing
food.
some focaccia.
Are you ready to eat for like 5 hours straight? Because
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
fine.
only way we're gonna get rid of
Yeah, it's
all
fine.
this food.
I have nothing planned. It's okay.
Cool.
And
Like the
Greymonger
food
as a
banner? Why
premium
not?
bush. I'm actually just gonna refresh the server right now. Make sure your Discord account is connected to your YouTube account, because I am gonna refresh the server. Usually it does it automatically, but I can just sync it manually like this. Bam. Okay, someone joined. Nice. So you should see all these chats now. You can join. Are you gonna watch Barbie? Girlfriend wants to, and if she wants to, I might join her, but like not of my own volition. No, whatever.
I am definitely watching.
You're watching
Barbie.
everything.
Let's go.
Can I
Hello.
come over to
Well,
dinner too?
Not everything, you know.
Not
The
everything.
question is, are you going to watch both? at
Here's
same
the
time?
thing. Here's the thing. I've prepared 6 burgers in total, Trader. Vegeta's girlfriend is not going to be able to have them because she went to the dentist yesterday. So there's going to
Oh.
be a spare burger.
You can liquefy the burger.
Liquefy the
I guess I could.
New gamer subs.
New gamer subs flavor.
Oh, go.
True. Y'all saw the Tekken beta footage? I don't want to. I have access, so
We have.
I need to
have-
download it and play it.
I heard the netcode's dog shit. Make sure to
Oh,
report.
Great.
Are you serious?
Nope.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, I've seen a couple tweets like
Hey, Grey
people who've
Arc.
gotten like the last rank and everything. People do not like
Let's
the
go.
netcode
Yeah,
in
you
beta.
can just-
Oh damn.
You can just call me Gray.
All right, hey Gray.
That's what everyone else does.
Welcome. Thanks for the premium, man.
Not a problem.
You got
I watch
questions?
your
man?
channel. How do you? How big of a Tekken fan are you?
Not
ask the
huge,
question.
I guess. Like I was really big into Tekken 3 when I was 12, I think. Eddie Gordo main. Eddie Gordo main who wanted to be a Warong main is how I would describe myself. I played a lot of Tekken Tag on PlayStation 2 as well, but then kind of fell off. Always respected the series a lot, but I deal with enough bad netcode games on my work life with Demon Slayer and Storm and all this bullshit to like deal with Tekken also on top of it on my free time.
Yeah. Well, I was a Devil Jin main pretty
Okay.
much since he came out in 5.
Hmm.
And I'm kind of disappointed that they dismantled him and fused him into Jin. That's what really hurt me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was wondering how you felt about that.
Devil Jin, I always felt like he was a little bit clunky to play for me, so I don't mind it. But yeah, it's a shame when you lose like your main for sure. I can definitely relate to that.
And that's why I choose the main character every time. The original main character,
Well,
Ryu,
Jin-
in
Jin-
Street
Jin
Fighter.
is
I will
kinda-
never.
Jin is kind of main character.
Not Devil Jin.
That's
you
true.
know?
That's true.
It's a different version.
He didn't show up until 5.
I will always be Ryu because I will never lose my main unless they kill Ryu.
They,
I just say that, you never know.
They've made a few
never know.
versions of Ryu, man. Made a few of them.
There is one other thing I was curious if you knew about.
Yeah.
So the G5 Luffy might be coming out in a gacha game, One Piece Bounty Rush, because he's in all the thumbnails for the stream that's coming up. So, and we've got Roger before he came out in the show there. So, that's something to look at. I wasn't sure if you were aware of that.
No, I wasn't. Yeah, Bound Rush is not a game that I keep up with at all. Like, not in the slightest.
It's
so, thanks for the info, yeah.
A lot of gacha games are very unfair. Well, that's to say, imbalanced.
Stop giving them money. It's easy.
That's the problem.
Stop
I have a question for you, actually.
Anyway,
Did you watch the trailer for Spider-Man?
Yeah, I did. Today morning, actually. The
What do you
story
think?
trailer with Venom and stuff. I think the identity of Venom was the worst kept secret ever. I think everyone knew. And I think yeah, it just looked like a cool cinematic trailer overall. I didn't think much of it.
I feel like I wasn't excited for Spider-Man with the last trailer. Now I'm more excited. Now this trailer made me remember what I liked about the first Spider-Man, which was the storytelling. And I felt like, okay, there's something here. Don't know how I feel. I still, because I didn't play the remastered version, I can't connect with these new characters that I was like, when I saw Mary Jane, the Peter Parker, I knew it was Peter Parker. It's still weird to me. But Mary Jane, the new Mary Jane, I was like, wait, who is this character? Wait, Mary Jane, what? It's just a little bit weird that they changed. I didn't know they changed her.
I didn't know if they changed her either.
Yeah. But yeah, it's still super weird to me that the new Spider-Man is there. But now I'm excited for sure.
Yeah. I was excited since the boat chase thing. Obviously, like with Spider-Man 2, you're excited because of the first game, period. But yeah, I think the boat chase gameplay thing of like switching between Peter Parker and Miles Morales, that to me was like, yeah, of course they would do that. That's cool as hell. Can't wait to play it.
Mm-hmm.
That to me was the thing. This was a lot more cinematic and story driven. That's not as interesting to me, I feel. Like, that's stuff that I want to see in game, and to me, it's kind of like spoiler territory almost.
I agree. I think from now on, I don't want to see anything else.
It's a lot more exciting to just see, like, oh, here's a new gameplay system that you can play with. Oh, like, cool, all right.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's where I think Spider-Man has to prove something, and it's in gameplay for me. Not that the gameplay was bad or anything. Not at all. It's just, I think it can be as good as the first one, and it's going to be a great game. It can be better than the first one and be a fantastic game. The story is something that I think it was already super strong for me, and that's what I wanted for the second one at least, even if they don't improve on the gameplay. And if they give me a good story and don't improve on the gameplay, that's fine by me. It was already, like, the first one had a super strong story. And then at the end, by the way, the small bit of the music, the dun, 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 like, I like this.
Yeah.
I like this. The soundtrack is pretty dope.
Sure.
Have you seen the console and the controller for the new Spider-Man? Yes,
have, yeah.
That controller, man.
It's beautiful. I don't care.
I like it. It's cool that I'm gonna be able to play it at Club house whenever I go.
Come on. I'm not buying it. I don't care. Yeah, they only changed Peter for the remaster. I thought so. You want them? Nice. Okay.
There is one other thing I wanted to ask you.
Go for it.
How did you feel about some of the balancing in My Hero Ultra Rumble? I was very disappointed with, I think her name is Kendo, because she's my main and strongest hero. Yeah. Or one of my mains.
Kendo,
but yeah,
Kendo was definitely...
She kind of...
Yeah.
She was kind of bad.
Kendo was definitely kind of bad, but I think the balance was very good. Because this is coming from the Japanese beta and then the first closed beta worldwide. So the open beta was like 100%. The other betas had a clear top tier winner, like that was easily the most broken character ever. It would win every single game. In the first beta, the Japanese beta was Mount Lady. She was just super strong. They nerfed the hell out of her for the second beta, and All Might became like the #1 character. And All Might was just so dominant, it was like free. If a team had an All Might, they could like 1v3 another team, easy.
And with this, the newest one, it was hard to tell.
This one was harder to tell. Like, there was definitely like characters at the top that were like, that character's strong, but there were a bunch of them. So overall, very good balance, I would say. There are a lot of adjustments to make still, and Kendo is definitely one of them. Kendo did not feel viable in the slightest.
Yeah.
But
I would try to build up my defense and shield and guard my teammates. It didn't really work out.
Yeah, but you compare that to the previous betas, and it's like, oh, this is so much better. So much better.
Yeah, so I don't have any knowledge of those, so thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. That's what I'm here for. And I believe that's it with questions. Are we done? Going once? Going twice?
I ain't got nothing.
Wenkai!
No Wenkai. No Wenkai.
It's time to explode.
It's time to explode.
This is the end.
This is the end. Final words, Rene.
Final words. I'm still very tired, but this was fun. Thank you for the company, both chat and you, Glob.
Did you get the energy boost?
I did. You know, I did get. What hyped me? What was the? Oh, My Hero. My Hero hyped me a lot. I was super hyped by that.
Oh.
So yes, I am more energetic. I still have a lot to prepare before you guys come over. But yeah, it was fun. Thank you guys for keeping us, company, and have a great weekend.
And also the drugs. Let's not forget the drugs.
Also not the drugs, but the water.
Lots of water. We're done with this week in streams. No, we're not. There's a big announcement left. Holy shit. Congratulations to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R for being the new game to be added to the AGC server. They won the vote. Today, this morning, woke up, this thing had 100 more votes than last night.
Yeah, because last night the JoJo server immediately was like, hey, fucking vote this up in the AGC. Because you really need to see that notification.
But I will say, because we have Ultimate Burst coming out in September, we won't have time to weather another game in August, so both games made it. Congratulations. Bye!